The SEC schedule was announced this week for the Kentucky Wildcats. We now know the tough stretches of the season, all of the different matchups. Are they a Tuesday or Wednesday game? Are they a Saturday game? We now know all of it for this year's SEC schedule. We're going to break it down on today's episode of the Wildcats Today Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Stefaniak, publisher over at Kentucky Wildcats on SI, joined as always by Carson Nash. Carson, this is just like every little like basketball nugget we get feels like we're just inching closer to the season, and that's got me fired up.
Yeah, no, I'm super fired up. Now we get to see who's losing to us. So that's really good to see. I'm really excited about this schedule too. It seems real favorable for the Cats.
I agree. And I mean, today's going to be a short one. Today we're putting this out. So this is Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah. Yesterday we put out our football preview, which we're actually getting ready to in real life record after this. So this is just the matrix of reality right now. But we wanted to make sure we talked about the SEC schedule. The first thing I noticed, Carson, I wrote an article about it. They just kind of did like a handful of takeaways from the schedule. The first one for me, we're getting this thing started with a bang. I mean, a tough game. You're going to go to Tuscaloosa.
Mo D returns.
Yeah, the return of Mo D on January 3rd at Alabama. That it's no cupcake, to get things kicked off this year. And I kind of like that. And if you remember correctly, it was the same way last season. That game just happened to be in Rupp Arena, and it was one of the most fun games of the season, and you beat the team that went on to win the Natty. So I like getting things started with the bang, Carson. I mean, it's good, I think.
Yeah, I think it's getting us ready for the rest of the SEC gauntlet for sure. I like starting with the hard games because then you go on a stretch that eases up a little bit after that. Home game versus Missouri, home game versus Mississippi State, and then at LSU. So you start off hard, but then you cool off a little bit after that. So I like that. It gets our players accustomed to SEC, especially road environments, because that place is going to be rocking down there January 3rd. So I'm really excited.
Maybe not, because football will still be going on. They don't really care about that stuff till February.
They care when the blue and white comes down there. I bet you it'd be sold out T-shirt night.
It is true.
But I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be good for our players to get that road test out of the way at the very beginning, and gives you a little leeway too, because you've got the rest of the schedule ahead of you to look forward to.
Well, now, okay, quote me if I'm wrong here. We play Indiana
December 13th
on the road, though, right?
No, it's at home.
Okay, then, so we don't play any. Do we play any true road games? That's what I'm asking. That's Louisville. And then that's it. Michigan State's at MSG.
Yeah, North Carolina's at home.
Gonzaga's in Nashville.
Yeah.
Indiana is at home. St. John's is in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, like the Louisville game, once again, let's just be honest. Let's just go ahead and piss people off early on a Saturday morning. That's going to be a home game.
Yeah.
I mean, the attendance records from last year will show you that.
Just look at the numbers.
Yeah. But so still, obviously, we'll count it. That's a road game. And yes, there will be some loud red folks in there. Well, there's no question. But so it was similar last year. And it was the reason. And I remember when you and I did this, Carson, I think it was our full season preview. And I was like, I don't like this matchup at Clemson.
Yeah.
It's our first road game. And I remember a lot of people in the comments were like, oh, I don't know. I think we're going to go and beat the crap out of Clemson. And I don't think that. I think Clemson played a great game. I'm not blaming the road environment for that loss, but I'm just saying sometimes, even when you got a team of veterans, it takes a little bit of, you got to get used to everybody hating you for an hour. So, I think that, I think that that's a tough way to get things started, Carson. But I agree with you. I think it's a good thing. So it will be literally our second true road test of the season. But I think it's a good way to get things started. A little punch in the gut. See, if this team beat you 3 times last year, can you go beat them?
Yeah. So, no, I'm really excited because Alabama deserves some payback. They've been having our number recently. So I think we're going to go down there and win that one just based off of pure Mo D's going to be ready for it, and then I think Pope's got something coming for Nate Oates.
Yeah, I do too. Man, I would feel a lot more confident predicting us to win that one if it was at home.
Mm-hmm.
I still like us simply because I agree with you. I think we owe them one. I think we're a lot better than we were last year. Frankly, I think they're worse.
Yeah, we're better than they are on
And
paper.
I agree. And so, I mean, the only thing you got to add is the road environment. But I think we're a better basketball team. My second takeaway, Carson, this is what I wrote in that article. I love that we play Tennessee both games on a Saturday.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been both games on a Tuesday or Wednesday for a while now.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I want their best shot in their arena in Thompson. I want our best shot in Rupp Arena. I want this to be a 7:30 game both times. I want to see everything they got, and I want to give them everything we got crowd-wise.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's a rivalry. You know what I mean? And as you know, we're not going to be – I don't want to quote Mr. Pat Kelsey, but we're not going to be ducking the smoke. I don't like now at Rupp Arena and in Knoxville. It doesn't matter if it's Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday. Both of those crowds are massive for this game, but still, there's going to be more energy. It's same as here in the Wildcats Today podcast. You're going to get more energy on a Friday. That's just the reality. Or on a weekend. I think that's the case, and I like that they're playing both these games on a Saturday. I think it's good for this rivalry.
Oh, I think it's great, and it's been they've been kind to us down there recently.
Yes, they have.
We walked away with a lot of W's down there, so I am really excited for it to be on a Saturday, so the whole world can see it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no weird 9:00-ness or anything like that.
No,
Saturday.
Tuesday night at 9 might be the worst time ever for a basketball game.
Especially, I'll tell you this: when I'm there working. And then the game ends at 10:30 or 11, and then you got to go do post-game interviews, and you got to write an article, and then you look at your phone, and you're walking back to your car at 1 a.m, and you go, man.
Yeah. And if it's a big game, you won't be able to fall asleep till like 3 because you're all juiced up.
Yeah, you're all fired up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I agree with you. This stretch, I think that you should beat Mississippi State and Missouri at home to start the year. After the Alabama game, I think you beat LSU at the what do they call it, PMAC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think you win there. I think you win those 3 games. I don't think that should be questionable. I think Mississippi State, they're always okay. I think if it was on the road, even though we beat them last year, I think it'd be interesting, but I'd still take us even on the road. So I think you should win those 3 games. But the takeaway for me, Carson, the biggest takeaway from the schedule, the biggest one is when I look and I say to myself, there's not really a ton of stretches that terrify me. So I'll give you an example, like Tennessee at home, Florida and Gainesville. That's a tough stretch, but it's also that game's on the 7th of February. Then Florida, we go to Gainesville on Valentine's Day.
So it's a week apart.
It's a week apart, so you can kind of rest. But then after that, you get Georgia at home. And I think maybe Georgia's okay this year, but they're not one of the better teams in the SEC, and it's at Rupp Arena before you go to Auburn. So it's like, and then after Auburn, you go to South Carolina, a team we should beat the crap out of. Vandy comes to town, a team we should beat the crap out of. At Texas A&M, I talked about them being a little sneaky, but still, it's a team we should beat. Yeah. And then Florida comes to your place. Like, it's a tough schedule. It's an SEC schedule. There's no such thing as the easy SEC schedule anymore. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is the way it's split apart, I don't see us ever. Maybe, please don't, but we could lose 2 games in a row once. We're not going to lose more than 2 games in a row. Won't happen.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. The way it lines up, you shouldn't lose 2 in a row, in my opinion, because you're always combated with the tough one with a kind of easy one after.
Yeah. So, okay, let's say, please don't happen, but let's say we lose to Alabama, start the conference play, okay? I think we win 3 in a row, right? Then let's say we lose to Tennessee in Knoxville. I think we beat Texas, Ole Miss, and Vandy 3 in a row. Let's say we do lose at Arkansas. I think we beat Oklahoma on the road. I think we beat Tennessee at home.
That Oklahoma game's at home.
I thought I said that.
You said on the road.
Oh, I didn't mean to. So Oklahoma, Tennessee, I think we beat both of them at home. If we lose to Florida and Gainesville on Valentine's Day, We beat Georgia at home. If we lose at Auburn, I think we beat South Carolina, Vandy, Texas A&M, and frankly, I think we beat Florida at home. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way it's spread apart, I think that I don't think we're going to stack losses ever, is what I'm saying. I think we might lose a game. We're not going to lose 2 in a row. And that's what gets you in a spiral is when you lose a couple in a row. And I just don't see it happening. We're not going 18-0, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a reality. I'd love to. But I don't think we're gonna. I'll tell you what though, Carson. I think now that I've seen it on paper, I think 15-3 is very much out there.
I was thinking that yesterday. I was like, ooh, it's kind of getting hard to find losses on here.
Like, okay, then let's play this game. I don't think, first of all, I don't think Tennessee's that good. So I'm not even gonna add the Tennessee game at home in this category. So you tell me if there's a game you'd like to add, okay? Mm-hmm. At Alabama, add the at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay? At Arkansas, at Florida, at Auburn, and in Florida at home. Those are the 6 games I think we could lose. And I still think we go 3-3 in those games.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean? Now, what would be ideal is if you went like 4-2, because we'll drop one random one. You know, you'll go on the road to.
I think A&M's the sneaky one.
A&M, you know what I mean? I don't think it'll be so. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you'll drop one, maybe Mississippi.
You'll lose one that you don't think you're going to lose.
Yeah, Josh Hubbard puts up 70 in Rupp Arena. Like, something happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you lose the game. So, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the worst case scenario, frankly, unless this team is just not what we think they're going to be, and I don't see that happening, I think is 13-5. I think that is the worst case scenario. And I think 13-5 gets you that first round bye in the SEC tournament. Or you know what I mean? We wouldn't play for Friday in Nashville, which would be ideal for all of our situation.
Yeah.
And I think I think if you only lose one game or maybe 2, but preferably 1 in the non-conference, I think that puts you as a 2 seed, if not, you know, an outside chance at a 1. Like, because that gives you, you know, well over 20 wins. So, I really like the way the schedule worked as well. Like, it would have been really annoying if we had like 5 pretty easy games, and then it's like at Tennessee, at Auburn, at Florida, at Texas A&M, and you know, Florida at home. Like, if that was the stretch, obviously, I hope to goodness they wouldn't do that to us. But you see what I'm saying? I think that we didn't get screwed like that. I just don't see us losing 2 in a row this season. I don't see it happening.
No, I agree.
And that's huge because that's where spirals start.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. It lines up perfectly for us. And there's a good number of games where I think we are the clear better team. So it'll be fun to watch. And I think, like you said, I've been landing on that 15-3 a lot. I've been looking at the schedule a good amount. I've been landing on that number a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think we split with Florida. Okay. I think at Arkansas is going to be tough. I know people don't want to hear that right now. That's going to be tough. Well, you're walking into a hectic environment in that one. It's not going to be easy. So I think that is an issue there. I think that's one. At Auburn's always going to be tough. At Alabama's always going to be tough. But those are, I think that we are better than those basketball teams. The only team in the SEC, frankly, that you could convince me is better than us is Florida, and I still have question marks about their backcourt.
Yeah.
So I think there are more question marks around Florida than there are around us.
I agree.
I think that their upside, you know, I mean, I can see people coming from their upside, but I think there's more question marks around them. If Boogie and Xavier Lee don't end up panning out, Florida's going to be bad, man. Like, not bad but they won't. I think they go, 12-6 an SEC player or something.
They'll be if they don't pan out, they'll still be a top 20 team. They won't be top 5
just because of how good that front court is. I mean, it's going to be tough to stop that group. But did you see Todd Golden did come out and say that he plans to run those 3 guys at the 3, 4, and 5?
And I figured that was going to happen, dude. That's crazy. I don't know if I like that or not.
I mean, and Carson called this the other day, and you said it. I mean, but I agree with you. Like, they're going to be big, but
the shooting, the dribbling.
I mean, Condon and Howe, they can both shoot, they can both dribble, but not at a elite high level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
And
I
not
don't know.
create their own shots.
And
That's
then
a big part of basketball.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to play the 2. You assume Flan's the 1. I don't know who their 2
Yeah.
is.
Lee, I guess.
Yeah, but then it's like, I mean, this could be like maybe their starting 5 is really, really good, but then it's like, well, where do we go from there, fellas?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I find that to be really weird. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work out the whole year for Coach Golden.
Now I got the red bell spinning around. The alert. I think, like I said in our prediction video, I think Florida's not going to be as good as people think they're going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do. So yeah, I mean, right now, Carson, I think the Cats go 15-3. I really think they do. And if you go 15-3, you're a 1 seed. That's the reality. You probably win the SEC. I think it's pretty. I don't see anybody losing less than 3 games. I could maybe see you tying with a Florida or an Arkansas or this or that, but I do not see anybody going 16-2. Just don't see it happening. No. So I think the Cats go 15-3, or with the floor being 13-5. I don't. I mean, looking at the schedule, we're better than these teams, and it's like when you're the better team, you should win more times than you lose. That's the reality. Yep. So that's what I think about the schedule. So I also think it worked out in our favor. I'd like to see. Normally they do like a ranking the toughest SEC schedules. I'd like to see. I don't see us being in the top 10. 10.
No, because we don't have to play ourselves.
Oh, it's true. It's a good point. We don't have to play ourselves twice.
Yeah.
A good point. So there you go. But
I will add one more thing. I love how we went back to adding Florida at the end of the year for senior day. That used to be a staple back in the day. And I love that. I think that's awesome. The 2 premier SEC basketball programs squaring off on senior day. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
That is. It's going to be a fun game. And I think it's just extra motivation. Go win for your old guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Otega always going to be walking through that thing, and it just go win for your old guys.
And it could be to win the SEC.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that could be like both teams are 15-2.
Yeah.
Now the only thing would be if then it becomes like a tiebreaker issue, but still, it could be, or like we're 15-2 and they're 14-3, and if they beat us, we're tied and they win it because they won the first game. But if we win this, like it could be that game could be for the SEC. That's not the craziest take of all time. So I like that. So, all right, Carson, that's all I got on the SEC schedule.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
Yeah. We're going to go talk about a little football, but y'all heard it yesterday. Y'all heard us talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like Back to the Future right now. You don't even know what's happening. So, yeah, so this is Saturday. But like we just said, if you didn't, if y'all are Kentucky football fans, we just previewed the season yesterday. So go check it out. Leave a like.
Very motivated.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm motivated to talk about this season. I'm very motivated for that. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. It helps us out, helps the show out a ton. Tell a friend. That also helps. Word of mouth. Always good stuff. Thank y'all so much. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week right here on the Wildcats Today podcast.